Hello there guys, my name is Jacobite007 and welcome back to Jacobite007 Studios, where today we are here to bring you another episode of SimCity. I do believe this is episode 3 and I currently have the view on our 2 water tanks. Granted, you will only have known that we had 1 before, but today we've got 2 and we are starting the game on paused. You might be able to see that the population has gone up and that we are now currently we do have some money, and we are in the hourly budget plus £3,500. Now, there's a few things that I done off camera that I don't want anyone to panic about, because some of them were big things. In fact, there's one thing that you'll instantly notice, but the reason as to why I done them off camera was because I was experimenting to see whether they'd work, and they ended up working, so I kept them all. I didn't look at any tips or tricks on online or anything. I solely done this from my experience that I've had playing SimCity over the years. So I'm going to go ahead and show you the industry area. That's that. And I did actually write down everything that I'd done. So this is the city, right? As you will instantly notice, there's no more houses around here. There's no houses here. The commercial's gone. Excuse me. And I've demolished a load of houses up here. This is exactly what I've done in this order. So I started by destroying the bus shuttle and the park and ride centre that we had over here, because obviously we didn't need it. Well, I needed to get rid of it because of our daily budget. It was in the negative. I got rid of some emergency stuff, so I made the emergency centres smaller and the garbage as well. So I think we had 2 or 3 extra garbage trucks there. Well, I got rid of them, and now we've only got the 4, which seems to be we might need to add some more on. I took away a fire truck. I took away the cells, and I believe I took away 2 lots of police cars. The hospital, I took away 2 ambulances, and I took away the 1 waiting room. Because we had 2 and there wasn't a need for it. The school is still closed. So I relayed out the city zones. So if I click on zones, this is what we have done. We'll get rid of that because that's not supposed to be there. We don't want a house popping up there. So this is the way we're going to lay out our city from now on. So we're going to lay it out in the following setup. So we're going to have residential all around in sort of a square or a rectangle sort of shape. In the centre of the rectangle is going to be commercial with a park in the centre. I believe this is only a low wealth park. However, something which we can do is get rid of that in the future in order to upgrade these houses and have like a large high wealth park there, like the large fountain park or whatever it's called. I've deleted 1 zone of industry due to the low amounts of people that I had. So obviously the population has gone up, but whilst I was destroying everything, I had to get rid of 1 industry just because it seemed stupid to have 4 sizes. I upgraded all the roads to high density around the rezoned areas, so you might be able to see that here there's still medium density streets, and here as well. But all this rectangle here, within this rectangle, it's high density streets. I added 4 wind turbines, only because we was running out of electricity. So if I click here, see it still says 2.2, so we'll have to sort that out with this episode as well. We added 1 water tower that you saw at the start of the video, and we added 1 sewage pipe, just to cater for the amount of people. I simply let the time run, and then I paid off both the bonds that we had, as you can see there. That's the ones we paid out for. So that gave us 0 hourly income out. And I demolished a few houses due to the low land value. So after time had been going on for a bit, I found that there was a few houses that needed demolishing. that is why I've got money in this episode, and that's why the population has gone up. In this episode, we need to deal with the police, because obviously the police cells are full, so we'll have to get some new of those, and the education. Also, trash, the power needs sorting out. But in terms of off camera, that's all I've done. I haven't done anything else, and everything I have done, I've just said to you. So if you're doing this, if you're watching this Let's Play as sort of a get to know the game, learn how to do it, learn how to play it, learn how to get skyscrapers, for example, you don't need to worry, because everything I have done off camera, I've just told you. So, there is a house there, which is a bit weird, so I don't want anyone... Well, for some reason, there's still zones. If you are going to build a city up to skyscraper value, you need to realise something. You need to realise that you should not be scared of the demolish tool, or the bulldozer tool. It is not there solely to get rid of rubble and abandoned buildings. You can delete buildings as well that people are living in. And what you will notice is when you do so, you will lower the population and your hourly income will decrease. But I had to do that all through these squares here in order to decrease them. Because obviously we had the big squares for the houses here, didn't we? You can still see the trees from where the blocks roughly were. You have to take risks if you're going to build a proper city. You have to. It is vital, and it might mean that your population and your hourly income's lower in the short term. However, in the long term, it will grow. I've been doing some research on the educational system. Once we have education, I believe it's going to be this one. Once we have the Department of Education in the region, which I think I will go to next after we get the Department of Utilities, I'm going to get rid of the grade school and just have the high school, because apparently they do the same thing. They're not specifically, the grade school isn't specifically needed if there's a high school. And what they do is they educate Sims, which I didn't know until I read about it, to recycle more, which means less trash, to use less electricity, to use less water, and obviously you can't use less sewage, but you know. So it's all about the basic necessities. It obviously gives them the knowledge to stay away from sick people, for example, to stop flus. It gives them the time of day, so children are actually in school instead of out on the streets causing crime, and it teaches them not to play with matches, for example. So we're going to go ahead and play, because that is everything that I've said that we've done. Although the last thing which I didn't mention was I got rid of all the bus stops, including the education, because obviously we haven't opened it yet, so there should be no bus stops around. Only because I wanted to sort out this new layout. So I don't know what to put in this square here, although we did actually unlock the mayor's house. So what I might do is behind the city hall, I'm going to place the mayor's house. Or maybe we should just have it there. It would make sense, wouldn't it? Yeah, we're going to go ahead and place it there. And maybe once we get the mayor's mansion, we can put it here, because there's a lot of expansions that you have to do in order to have the mayor's mansion. And then maybe we can find something else to fill this in later. But ideally, I want to keep this structure. I want to keep this layout, because it is really, really important. You'll see the population will start to go up, and the reason as to why I played this video when I started playing it was because I didn't want to have so much. I didn't want to get to 15,000 and then upgrade without you guys. So the police, so there's a few criminals about, which means we can probably add another police car unit in there. And then that's going to tell us when they are full. How's the hospital coping? The hospital is coping, or I should say clinic, keeps saying hospital. They're coping fine. And the fires, if we check on the fires map, fire risk, Okay, so they're all sort of medium. Oh, shoplifting in progress. They need to get over there, the police. And obviously we do have this problem of the fire is quite far away from the industrial area. So, paramedics, what's that looking like? So they look fine. If we go onto the police map, we should start to see, oh god, crime is everywhere. Okay. Because I want to reduce crime in our city, I'm going to add another police unit on. Because I really, really don't want... I know it's 225 an hour, but I don't want criminals in our city, because it does decrease the commercial happiness. We do only have low wealth, which is good, because obviously these are the low wealth buildings. The low wealth skyscrapers, if you like. We do have some still not improving, but obviously their density is going up, is increasing. So we are looking on the up, guys. We are looking on the up. Something which I do want to do this episode is I want to try and aim to get the sewage treatment plant sorted. However, we need to do something with this side of the city. And it might be worth moving our police station, clinic and fire station somewhere else within here. Because we are going to... Excuse the voice break there. Because I do want to have this area over here solely for planning of the houses in the future. So it might mean that we just... Because technically they are only temporarily being used. Because in the future we will have, for example, the large fire station. In that case we will have no need for the small fire station. And then the same for, we'll have the hospital instead of the clinic. And then we'll have the police precinct instead of the police station. Because the reason as to why I say that is because it's, if you look at that, 95,000 simoleons for minus 1,700 an hour. If you add that on to minus 1,375, that's almost 3,000 we're losing an hour. And if we do that for all three, we're going to have like a good amount of people in our city to cope with that. I don't want to ramble too much, and I want to get on and do stuff. So, something which we are going to do now is we're going to make this massive long road, whilst we have the money, into a medium density avenue. Or we could even go high density avenue. 20, 10, 30. Ooh, it's quite a big jump. I literally want one just running straight down here. I don't know the best way to do it. I guess we'll have to pause the game. So we'll go ahead and pause the game. We'll do this first, get rid of that. Then we will demolish that road, that road, that road, that road, that road. We'll demolish a few of these, because obviously we're going to be connecting them. And all of that. So then we can go into the road. Medium density I think I'm going to stick with. Although, how much is it going to cost us to do this? Ooh, 38,000. Alright, okay, we're not going to do that. 19,000, but it's going to be worth it. It's going to be worth it. We'll connect the following roads. No, I don't want that one there. High Street. Yeah, we want two roads there for entry into our city. I wonder if I can delete this road. Oh, deleting. Alright, awesome, cool. We'll go ahead and delete those. Delete that one, delete that one, delete that one, and delete that one. We will still have the curved road there, but I want this space free for development, so I can actually plan the city. So it might be worth planning. Oh, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know what I'm going to do. Right, so congestion on these roads now will start to improve. They will start to improve very heavily. Just to increase this, so there's actual junction there, I'm going to just do that for that road. And same for here. So that is going to congest down our traffic, which is going to help Sims go to and from work very, very easily. If we look at the ground pollution map, you will see that it is a massive problem over here, pardon me. So, we need to find a new place to put our industry, because we don't want to... I'll tell you what, let's plan this out for a sec. Just so we can have some... just so we can get to that 15,000. I think the Sims here should be okay if we were to put residential there, if I'm honest. They should be fine, because they've got shops over here. They aren't too far away from a park. If anything, they might complain. However, you know, it's not that much. It's not that bad. And to increase land value, we can get rid of the parks. And we can add new parks in. I mean, why not? Just go straight for the large foundation. Do they cost the same? No. I don't know whether they have a bigger... We'll put that one there. And then this one can go over here. And what you'll start to see is people will start to increase their buildings, because obviously it's higher wealth now. We want to have all of this blue. That's green, is green. Cool, cool, cool. So houses will plop up now. It will. So as you can see, they're all medium density. Medium density. As the as the density map goes up, they will start increasing their building. Nope. So we got no abandoned buildings, which is good. And as you can see, population will go down if you are going to take these risks and expand your city. However, they will increase once the buildings are plopped up, because more people will come to the city, as you will see. Buildings like this, absolutely phenomenal. This one here looks very nice. Because we have our highway done, we are going to just to stop people from coming in there. There we go. Because what will happen is they'll stop at this junction. I mean, we can go ahead and do it there as well, because obviously it's a city area. And what I want to do is I want to have commercial, or residential, all along here. We can go ahead and do that. We don't need a road here necessarily. I'm not too fussed about that. Because they are close to the highway, you will start to see houses will plop up very, very quickly. Stuff like this, like apartment buildings. Their density will shoot up. We can go ahead and add residential along these roads as well. I'm going to leave this one free because I do want to... Oh, actually saying that. I don't know whether I want to delete all of that and then have a highway going all down there too. Ooh, dilemmas, dilemmas, dilemmas. So you'll start to see we'll have mini skyscrapers, I guess you can call them. Just thinking. I mean, there's no harm. We're going to leave that one empty, just because I do want to see what I can do over there. I mean, we might as well just add a road here as well, just to stop congestion. Although it defeats the purpose of... Ooh, so we are starting to get a lot of people coming in and out, which might mean we have to add some of the bus terminals. Ooh, geez, we've got lots and lots and lots of traffic down here. So lots and lots of people commuting to and from work. What's the time, mate? 8:28. So I think what we're going to do now is we're going to add a... can we add residential there? I don't know if we can. Oh, we can. Awesome. Yeah, we're going to add a bus depot, whatever you want to call it. And we will have it somewhere with the trash and recycling, I think. Or shouldn't we? This road is absolutely jam-packed. Jam-packed. Look at that. We are in desperate need of buses. Let me tell you that. I know it's rush hour, but Jesus. Just trying to think where we're going to put the shuttle depot. Ooh, police. They're trying to get full. Oh my god. Criminals in this city disgust me. Okay, we'll go ahead and add another jail cell. That's going to give them 40 now. I swear to god if they fill those. It's going to be terrible. Clinic's doing okay. Oh, we might have to keep an eye on power. Right, okay. We're going to have to add a coal power station. How much is this giving us now? 320. We're going to add a coal power station unless... 4.3, 150, 75. No, we'll go ahead and add one of these. One of these bad boys should last us quite a while for energy. 72.9 instant. So once the energy has started pumping out of there we go, we can go ahead and delete this one. So it's gone down to 58.2, but as you can see the power coming out of there will be much powerful, and it will cater for our needs. It will be producing air pollution, but the air pollution will be going that way. Water, how are we doing for water? Water's fine, sewage is fine. We're on 13,000 at the moment. These won't go up straight away, just because they are... Well, saying that, we do need to add some parks over here. I don't know what though. Maybe we can add one there, maybe? Oh, there you go. That's given all of those people medium wealth, which is nice. So if we check here, we should start to see, yep. Too many injuries. Upset we had no power, too many injuries, okay. Business is good, business is good. Help, our workers are dying off. Okay, so we need to add some more ambulances. Maybe that's why people aren't getting the attention they need. And as you can see, this is very good. Industrial-wise, commercial-wise, this is absolutely excellent. So we have the right amount of, even though it says there's a lot of demand, we have the right amount of shops to civilians, which is nice. It's getting hot in here. We don't need industry. Industry is growing, but it helps out. So all they're complaining about is people dying. Upset we had no power, but that's been sorted. We really do need to get a shuttle depot. I don't know where to put it. Where are we going to put it? Where are we going to put it? I wonder if it can fit over there. I doubt it. No, we don't want streetcars, buses. No. Yeah, Christ, it is quite big. Oh, I wonder if we can pop it there. Be a nice little place to put it, not going to lie. We'll add a few of these. I mean, we could even max this out, but it will cost us quite a lot. And we can't forget that we do need to open up the school. So we do need to do something with the school, because people are going to start complaining. Park and ride, what we'll do is when we extend this road out, in fact we could even do that now. I wonder if, oh it does, nice. Okay, so put that there. Straight road out. Then we'll see if we can put park and ride there. Nice. Go ahead and delete that one. No, no, right, okay. That's not going to like that very much. So what we'll do, we take off the guides. Actually, if we start from here, that might make more sense. Okay, so we can't do it there. Can't do it there. trying to get as close as possible. There you go. That'll do. We got one abandoned building. Looks like oh no, too many deaths. Okay. We will have to put some bus stops in. So because these are our final roads, we can go ahead and apply some bus stops down the... We're only going to do lengthways, so it makes more sense. Add lots and lots of bus stops, so many people have the option to travel to and from work via the bus. There we go. We are going to go ahead and put it down here as well, just because we do want people going to the dump for work, and the same for down here as well, because obviously we do want people going to work, otherwise it makes no sense to have a bus depot at all. And we can have one outside the coal place, and indeed the water tower. And then as you can see, people will start to get the bus, but we do need to educate people in order to get the bus. So we shall go ahead and... I don't want to open it there, so we'll delete that. Where are we going to put our... services? Right, okay, so... I mean, we do have... trying to follow the same sort of layout. If I... guys... so that'll be that side, and then obviously we'll have two more. That will be the commercial, and that'll be extra. That will be residential. I'm going to quickly upgrade that road just in case I forget. And then we want... I'm trying to think. We want two more residential. Just trying to mimic the other side. So we can go ahead and move the fire station. For our sake, we'll build a new one. And we shall pop it here. Go ahead and add two, possibly even three. Oh no, we are coping with the fires, so it is okay. Go ahead and add all of this. That one there. Wait until they open. And once they do, we can go ahead and demolish this one. There we go. So we can demolish that one there. There's a problem with our police cells, because when we close the police station, it releases all the criminals back into the system. So, what we can do... I would like the police station and the clinic roughly where they are. Maybe the clinic a bit more down here. So, tell you what, we can actually, if we make that for police, that for... It will get very, very confusing, I'm not going to lie. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to build a police station. here. Oh, we haven't got enough money. Bloody hell. We'll go ahead and take out a bond just because I can't be asked to wait, if I'm honest. And we've got the money coming in. Are people still complaining about crime? Raise the value of our land. Not enough shoppers. What's this one? It won't let us see that one. Alright, people are protesting. What are they protesting about? Negotiating with protesters. Oh, right. They were protesting something. There are 3 units in our current one, so we can go ahead and close this one in the hopes that... oh, I don't know. I don't know how this works. We'll close it and see... oh, see, they're all... right, okay, there might be an increase in crime, but I mean the police station will be staying there now, so there won't be a problem. So residential, 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 residential. So you can go ahead and get all this in here. And then it's going to be commercial. Check the land value map, so who's not happy? Okay, so they're not happy over there. I mean, to fix that, we could have parks just on this side of the street. Just a small one, and they are quite expensive though. 120 an hour. We'll go ahead and add one there, and one there. So that's going to keep them happy. We'll go ahead and add one here. Oh, there we go, we've got some high wealth creeping in. Then once we have... get off that. We'll move the medic centre to be here. And what we got on that one? We've got 3 ambulances. And then 1. We go ahead and add 4 because we don't want people sick. And then we'll leave that. And we can close this one. Obviously all the sick people will disperse. So we can go ahead and delete this one. Delete that road, delete this road, and upgrade this road here. Make it look nice. We are decreasing in folks, which is not good. I'm hoping they will be more. I mean, we are struggling for people over here. Hopefully when we do have schools set up, we can go ahead and add residential around here as well. So who looks as if they are not happy? Not a lot of people, to be honest. So what we can go ahead and do now is plan this part of the map out. So we've got one there, and we've got enough room for one more. Because I don't know how far it comes out. Let's have a look. Right, we do. Okay. Just go ahead and delete this one here if it will let me. There we go. See if we can have residential in both. Hopefully that's slope, because there is a bit of a slope. Hopefully the slope won't matter. We can go ahead and have houses there, and well, let me do it there, so that's fine. why it's not letting me do that. Oh, there we go. So then we can go ahead and plan our residential, and then commercial, and then have a park in there somewhere. Let's try and go for something different. Something smaller. There we go. And then that leaves us with this open space. So in this, in fact, I know exactly what to do. Let's try and get that one. This one's going to be residential. And then this centre is going to be for schools, which will be absolutely awesome looking. So we can go ahead and wait for the money to roll in. We are making a hell of a lot of money, not going to lie. And I hope that we do get to, I hope, I'm aiming for 15,000 people at the end of this episode. I hope and pray to God that it happens. Power's looking fine, water's looking a bit skew. Waste, what's waste looking like? I mean, they are collecting it, fair enough. The reason as to why they could be collecting it is because obviously there's buses now, so more people will be getting the bus. If we check 35-minute wait, 7,000. Okay, so 53 stops, 15 buses, low worth residents per day, medium worth residents per day, no tourists. That's expected. Bus stops. Oh, it does actually say when people are waiting. Does it? 91 passengers waiting. Ooh. Right, okay. Because we have the income, I am going to add a lot more buses. In fact, we could even possibly max it out, just because I do want to encourage people to take the bus instead of drive, because it will mean that our emergency services, our trucks, and all of that will be getting around the city faster if more people do take the bus. Because if we do actually observe the city from a distance, we can start to see, if we go onto the roads, the traffic is less. We do have a random road there, don't know why. We've got one abandoned building, where's that one? Low land value, I don't know why they're complaining about low land value when they have an avenue there. We can go ahead and upgrade these roads to high density avenues. I mean, we can go ahead and do that one as well, it's not really gonna, we're gonna have to do it at some point. Go ahead and upgrade these roads, even though I will be moving the dump at some point. Do we have enough? Let's check the areas over here for land value. Okay, so it is a bit low over here. So maybe it was worth having like a tennis court over here some point. There we go. Have maybe a basket. Oh, was that tennis, basketball, and then volley up here somewhere? If we can fit it in. Don't know how. Is it gonna? Oh, can you not have it the other way? Oh, that's a shame. No, we'll just go ahead. We'll have another tennis court. Why not? That's gonna help them lot along there. We are struggling along here. I think I am going to cap the city there, just for the moment. So in order to do so, I'm going to move that park up there, move it somewhere else. Just so then when I do go to expand the roads off, they will be required to move. So I'm going to cap the city here, and after we have education inside there, we will have this part of the city to grow, and we will start focusing on the growth of this city, and we'll start to see skyscrapers here, and then we can start to expand more out here. We do still have quite a lot of space to deal with, and as you can see, our people are still going down. I'm not sure why. I mean, maybe if we let it just run. But again, another reason as to why we might not be having people, or as many people in the city as possible, is because we do not have a school. So we can go ahead and max this out completely, because we do have the money to do so. We're going to go ahead and speed up time, put the sign there, flag there, go ahead and delete the bus that's going to get away. And of course, because we've extended the roads, which I've just forgot actually, not going to lie, we do have to extend the bus stops. So we can go ahead and do this, just real quick. Between every episode as well, guys, I will actually write down everything that I am doing off camera. Oh, really? Just because obviously I know how when I first wanted to watch this game on YouTube, I did want to watch someone do it actually from start to finish, and I didn't want to. I absolutely hated it to find out they'd done stuff off camera, and I was like, oh, why have you done that? We can't see what you've done. So hopefully this will help you guys, and I will write down every single thing that I've done off camera for you guys. The buses are all equipped now, and we're going to go to education, and then we're going to start putting the educational bus stops down. So they're just literally going to go in the same places as the normal bus stops. It's going to cost us quite a lot of money per hour, and especially in total as well, but it's going to help the happiness. It's going to improve people's happiness, and then it's going to improve people's density on their houses. It's going to increase land value, and you'll start to see people expanding. It will start attracting more people, because obviously we have education in our area. Did I put a normal bus stop there? No. It might be worth just putting one there. Just so then those lot have areas to go to. We want to make sure the whole city has coverage for education. We have no need at all to put it outside of the industrial area. And that's looking quite cool. I mean, we could even put them along the main road. Along with the normal bus stops as well. We can go ahead and delete these two. Okay, so that's all working fine. With power, what's wrong with power? One of your coal power plants is low on coal and is making less power. Refill it by importing or mining coal. Right, this is something I forgot to do. So, local deliveries on, global deliveries will be on, and that should automatically refill. If it doesn't, then I will have to get rid of one of the freight. And as you can see, the more we don't need all these. Once we have, because obviously if you think there's 2, 4, 6 factories, they're going to be making more but less. So obviously, probably say about half of those will be providing to our city. But if this doesn't, oh, there you go, it's automatically refilled. Cool. So that will cost us 6,000 each time it does have to refill, and it will come up here eventually, as you can see, minus 6,000. But I mean, it's something we have to have. I don't know why. What is going on here? Why is there low land value over here? We're gonna just plop down a massive park over it, just to stop them complaining. It might be because they haven't got shops. I mean, there's not really. How are we looking for homeless, by the way? I can only see 2, which is good. Very good. Absolutely dying for this utilities. Not gonna lie. Absolutely craving it, man. Right, so we need to make sure that we are keeping people happy. So raise the value of our land, please. Don't like that kids can go to school. Raise the value of our land, please. Okay. Industry's fine. We could use some freight shipments. Concerned about crime. There's too much crime right here. We need to. Okay. We missed going to school. Okay. Why did you miss going to school? There's enough bus stops. just got to catch the right bus, buddy. Go ahead and plop a public library down as well somewhere. No, we can put it here, there's no harm in doing it there. That's going to increase people's happiness around the area as well, which is very nice. So, educated compared to uneducated. Educated. What's going on here? What's this? We miss going to school. We miss going to school. We miss going to school. What's going on then? Catch the bus. What's wrong with you? People. Again, I mean, we will have to. We are in desperate need for a high school, but we can't have a high school unless we have a Department of Education in the region, which we're not going to have until we have the Department of Utilities, because I do really, really, really want to stop polluting over here, because as you can see, it's a massive problem. Huge. I mean, just look at the state of... I mean, this dumpster was full. Jesus. Right, okay. Let's go ahead and add 2 more over here. But we won't open them. Close those. We'll buy an incinerator. Pop it there. We'll close that one. We do want to start burning unless we close both of those. Yeah, let's close both of those and open that one. Makes more sense. What I'm going to do is actually remove some of the trees around here so we can see the size of the dump. There we go. So I do really want to keep an eye on this. So that's going to be burning away the garbage. And hopefully, because obviously it will all go that way. In fact, if we look at air pollution, you can see obviously it's all. You can see if you look over here, there's like sorts of brown. That's the pollution going that way. You'll see that there's pollution leaving there, pollution leaving here. Ground pollution, absolutely heavy over here. So what we might do to stop that is planting some trees down. However, like I said, it's purely because of these garbage. Purely because of the sewage plants that are just literally dumping straight into the ground. Not really growing the population much, not gonna lie. There's not really a lot we can do. Let's have a look. We miss going to school, we miss going to school. Not enough room to increase. Well, they will, because... in fact, let's have a quick look at our residential map. Let's have a look. So, the more money seems to be in the centre of the city. Commercial. Sims in the city, shoppers, goods, souvenirs, money. Awesome. So again, the more money's over here. That might just be because this is the newer part of town. Industry, freight, shipping and money. Awesome. The freight is doing very, very well. Land value. They all have decent amount of land. We have a few scattered around. We have some low wealth. Tech map, this won't be used until later because obviously we need a community college in order to focus on that. Population map, what's this? 761 students. Oh, wait. Right, so they're not actually maxing out the school, which is weird. So what we're going to do is we are going to add some more bus stops down. It might be worth going along some of the main roads, perhaps. Especially this one here, because they do keep complaining. Don't know why I couldn't add one there. It's a bit weird. And hopefully after that, they will stop moaning and people will start going to school. That should be everyone. Go ahead and put them here as well, but I don't see the point. We're not going to put them down every road because they do cost quite a lot. I mean, if you think about it, that's minus 10 an hour. if we have a look to see how many bus stops we have, does it tell us? I don't know if it does, you know. Education, where's education? Is there one for education? Oh, there is. Not enrolled. This one here, 10 kids. Oh, we've got one here as well. 10 kids, and one there, 2 kids, and one here, 9 kids. Again, they're going to be not enrolled, so there's not really a lot we can do until they enroll. It's not because they're not going, it's because they're new. Literally all we can do is wait. So I might even wrap up the video here. There's not that much we can do. If we have a look here, so obviously we was at 111 tons. What we could do to start increasing that is obviously put another incinerator there. If we take a look at what other things we can have in our city. Have 5 high wealth residential buildings. So we have had 5 high wealth residential buildings, otherwise that wouldn't be unlocked. So the Academy, research advanced technology and transmit the control net needed for it to function. Staff with wealthy workers to research faster and transmit more control net. So we will eventually have this in our city. You know, it looks a bit like an arena, but it is an educational centre, and that will unlock us with. That will allow us things like cleaner. This one here, so we're producing air pollution without. No, we're burning the. What am I trying to say? We're burning the garbage without having to actually pollute the air. So as you can see, obviously this has gone down way much. That was a 69, it's now at 45. So there are actual massive what am I trying to look for? Positive aspects about burning garbage. It does get rid of it. Ground pollution is massive over there, absolutely terrible. I mean, if we go off to our city, it's probably all around here as well. Still a few people not being able to go to school, I don't know. Why that is. Don't like the kids can go to school. Obviously, the happier the people are, the more likely they are to go to, the more likely they are to join our city. We can go ahead and add a few more of these. Anyone complaining about too much crime? Ooh, don't know what's going on here. Needs workers. We want a place to ship our freight. Upgrade roads. Are they not maxed? Oh right, okay, that's my bad. Didn't know that they wasn't. Medium, high, high. Right, okay. I think that's all of them. Might as well just. Oh! Yeah, high density there as well, so we are still in the loop. If we have a look. Yep, cool. If they say not enough room to increase density, what they'll do is they'll get a contract or an agreement with this factory as well, and then they'll just create one massive one. So instead of having 6, we'll have 3 factories, which will be nice because obviously it's less polluting. Well, it's not really less polluting, so bigger, but you know, I guess it is, sort of. Literally, all we can do, guys, is just wait and wait and wait for the population to go up. Unfortunately, we didn't reach the 15,000 population. However, off camera, all I will do is just let the game run, and then on the next episode, what I'll do is I will tell you what I've done off camera, and then I hopefully will start next episode with 15,000 people. So guys, thank you very much for watching. I've been Jacobite007, you've been the absolutely extraordinary audience. Do remember to leave a comment, like, and subscribe to let me know whether you're liking this SimCity Let's Play. It is a very, very good game. It's a very strategic game to play. It's very enjoyable indeed. But thank you very much for watching. Till next time, peace out.